It was the longest U.S. government shutdown in history. 43 days of chaos, no funding for thousands of government employees, and losses for the U.S. economy. Finally, after significant concessions from both sides of the dispute, the Congress passed a bill ending the shutdown. Chaos at airports, delays in salary payments for government employees, and queues for free food. This is the result of more than a month of government shutdown after the previous budget bill expired on the 1st of October. In the Senate, the new bill needed at least 60 votes in favor. The Republicans had 53. The Democrats rejected 14 different versions of the new bill.
We don't like being pawns. We don't like, and this is including myself, we don't like to be called the swamp or to be used in anyone's political games, no matter what side you're on. Because I want people to know how much the federal government impacts lives. We impact so many lives, but you just don't see it. It's like unsung heroes.
The vast majority of government employees were not paid, from social services, health services, air traffic controllers to federal agents. The conflict was caused by two issues that were not included in the new budget. The first was the end of health insurance subsidies, introduced after the pandemic in 2021. The second was the reform of food aid funding.
Politics always suck, and there's two sides to every story. So I hope that there's a meeting of the minds. I mean, I have my point of view on that, but I wish we could take it out and just get everybody back to work and get everybody paid like everybody else in the country wants to get on with it, right?
Ultimately, Republicans agreed to maintain food aid funding unchanged, and the issue of health insurance is to be discussed in the coming weeks. President Biden's 2021 bill, which was intended to provide support during the post-pandemic recovery period, generates annual costs of $35 billion.
You could argue that while the Democrats didn't get the thing that they were putting at the top of their wish list for the shutdown, they didn't get that. They did get other things. But this is where there's the difference between accomplishment and narrative. At this moment, the narrative is running that Democrats folded and therefore they lost the shutdown.
Donald Trump warned both sides of the dispute about the consequences of a prolonged shutdown. The ratings of the Republicans who are in power began to plummet. Hence, after the compromise was voted on, the bill was sent to the Oval Office on an express basis.
Over the past 7 weeks, the Democrats' shutdown has inflicted massive harm. They caused 20,000 flights to be canceled or delayed. They departed so many times, so late. People were hurt so badly. Nobody's ever seen anything like this one. This was a no-brainer. This was an easy extension. But they didn't want to do it the easy way. They had to do it the hard way, and they look very bad, the Democrats do.
Democrats counter that this is not the end, but the beginning of the fight for changes in the future budget bill. This could mean that if no agreement is reached in Congress in December, the U.S. will face another shutdown after the new year.